Hello everyone, I'm Kat. Today's reading is Tarot Answers Your Question. I've done thousands of intuitive energy readings over the years working with the guides, and I can tell you that they have a lot of love and positive energy to send your way. So let's find out what the guides have to tell you today. If you do enjoy the video, please be sure to like today's reading. That would be amazing, and also subscribe to the channel if you enjoy it. Thank you so much for being here. So let's get on with the reading. Okay, group one, you have Two of Swords, Page of Swords, Ace of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Hermit. Okay, so in terms of answering your question, this looks really positive. You know, we do start out with the Two of Swords, so I think that you're definitely in two minds about what to do. You've maybe been coming at it from a thinking point of view, so you've been thinking the situation through, you've been trying to problem solve the situation. You may be finding that it's difficult to kind of come to a conclusion about what to do. I certainly find myself, what the guides tell me regarding the Two of Swords is that it's often about too much thinking. It's like relying on thinking rather than intuition. That said, even though you've maybe been overthinking it and it's been tricky, what they're actually saying is, with this Page of Swords and Ace of Swords together here, this is amazing, because what's going to happen is you're going to get some sort of really strong, intuitive, it's interesting that they've said intuitive, because I was going to go the route of saying, you know, you're going to get a real clear vision, a real clear idea. So it's going to feel very much like an idea. But they said intuition. That's why I just stopped, because I thought, oh, that wasn't what I was expecting to say. Because the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords are about having this new idea. The Page of Swords is very much like you've got a new idea, go for it. So yes, you've been in two minds, but you've probably been getting some clarity around this time, or you will be getting some. When you do get that clear vision, it's like, you know, go for it. Go for the go for the idea. The reality is with the Ace of Swords that you are getting a vision of what to do, and it does feel really clarifying and clear. So this is a real yes. This is a real yes, and the general energy is yes. The thing that could be tripping some of you up is that the Ace of Swords is a triumph, but it's not without some casualties. So it might be that yes, you get a clear vision, and yes, it is a yes, and it is a yes to go forwards, but it can be the Ace of Swords, like, you know, it can be about cutting cords with the past, letting go of old people, situations in order to move forward, you know. So it can be, sometimes it can feel like a loss, you know, in the short term. You maybe have to go through a few things as well, go through a few battles in order to get there. So that's the other aspect of it. And this might be why you've been in two minds about it, because, you know, you kind of want to move forwards, but there's this sense of, well, it might be a bit difficult, or there might be some things that I have to sort out, but it's still a yes. The Knight of Cups, the Knights are all about taking action, you know, but the Knight of Cups is a very intuitive, more gentle, soothing kind of energy. So yes, take action. Yes, you may have to do some things that maybe you don't want to do in order to get where you want to be. But the Knight of Cups is saying, you know, be intuitive and take action. But it's interesting because the final card is a very interesting piece of advice for the end of the reading for group ones, because the Hermit is about going within. It's about stepping back, taking some time to yourself, going into that solitude place and connecting with yourself. And this is really important, because that's how we're going to be intuitive. That's how we're going to get the clarity of thought. So it's like this clear thought comes from the intuition. So it comes through as an intuition and then brings you clarity of thought. So, you know, it's basically a yes. But if you are still feeling indecisive, you know, listen to your intuition and allow yourself to be guided by that. That's the key. So I hope this makes sense. Guys, loads of love to you. Thank you for being here. Hello, number twos. Okay, so you have got 6 of coins, page of coins, 3 of cups, 5 of cups, and the 10 of coins. So your answer is largely a yes. It's a yes. 6 of coins is a nice way to start because we've got a sort of balance and an abundance because you've got 3 coins cards. It's very practical. It's very down to earth. There's a real sense that you can genuinely, tangibly have what you want. I think that, you know, the 6 of coins is about balance. It's about generosity. It's about that relationship of equal giving and receiving. So if this is a relationship, if you have asked a relationship question, this is about a balanced giving and receiving within a relationship. Interestingly, you've got that sort of balance. You've also got the 3 of cups, which is again about relationships and about celebration and enjoying relationships with friends, family, other people. It's about that kind of social coming together and what can come from that kind of communion with other people and that, you know, being around people that you care about and spending time with them. But this is also about, if you look, it's like a on this card, it's like a cheers, you know, like the glasses cups clinking here. So this is like a yes. It's like cheers. It's like, you know, success. So I for sure think that there is a lot of yes and positivity in your question. If it's about abundance, there's definitely a sense of abundance. The page of coins is all about having a great new idea, something that has the potential that if you investigate this idea, it does have the potential to give you what you want in the long run, to give you an idea or a head start on a fantastic new creative situation or going after your dreams. It's like an inspirational moment, you know, where you get the opportunity to kind of investigate something that could really give you what you want in the future. So there's a lot of positive kind of energy here. And early on here, it's like you've got a great new idea. You know, you've got the chance to kind of come together with people and potentially create something great. At the end of this group, we've got the 10 of coins, which is abundance, wealth. So whatever your question is, it does look like, you know, if you can come at it in a balanced way and investigate this new idea, collaborate perhaps with other people, but basically be in an attitude of gratitude, in a good mental, excuse me, a good mental place with the situation, you can win, you can have wealth, you can have abundance. So that's the general way of looking at this group. The 5 of cups here, this is some sadness. If you look, we've got all very pale, light coloured cards, and then we've got this kind of grey, more sort of morose little energy here of the 5 of cups. You know, this perfectly explains though, doesn't it, the way life is, because not everything is smiles and butterflies and sunshine all the time. The reality is, what they're saying here is, yes, you've got opportunity to kind of have that balance to the situation that you want. You're investigating a new idea that, you know, this is a yes, yeah, go for it. This could really be a chance to collaborate or to celebrate and to enjoy manifesting your dreams. But the reality, in order to do that, these are the kind of like planning stages. This is the wealth at the end of it. But in between that, you know, you're going to have to face up to some of your fears, some of the things that you've lost. This is a sense of disappointment, sadness with the Five of Cups, a feeling of having, you know, lost out on something, or it could be an old wound or an old disappointment from the past. There's some old problem that gets in the way. That's fine, that's normal, it happens to us all. So, but the point here is that you can do everything about this. It's not something that should stop you from achieving what you want or getting what you want. This is still a yes answer. But what they're saying is it's your choice whether you stay stuck looking backwards at what's gone wrong or what you've lost, or whether you're prepared to grieve the loss, then let it go and move on. So it is up to you, really. Everything is stacked in your favour around this question and regarding this question, but you have to choose to leave the sadness behind if you want to get the wealth. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Lots of love. Let's move on to group 3. Group 3, this is an out and out yes. Because there's nothing that, this is a positive yes energy because of the combination of cards. You've got the Star, the Nine of Cups, the Six of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the King of Cups. These are all strong, positive yes energies. You know, the Six of Wands right at the middle of the reading, this is victory, this is yes, this is absolutely, you know, you've come through the battle, you come out the other side victorious. So this is a strong yes for you. This is a really good energy for you. This is saying that you can achieve, you can succeed. Does it mean that all the work is done around this question? No. Does it mean you won't encounter further troubles and difficulties around this question? No. It doesn't guarantee that at all. But what it does mean is that you can largely have a win at this point of the journey or situation, whatever it is. Excuse me. The first card is the Star. This is saying that there's an opportunity around you at the moment. If you can be completely authentic and have an open perspective on how your wish or what you're looking for can manifest. The reason I say that, the Star comes after the Tower. As we all know with the Tower is the card that, you know, that indicates the kind of everything being removed that is not right for you. That breaking down of the false self or of the false situation so that something new can emerge. Something that you really want can emerge authentically. And that's what the Star is about. The Star is the emergence of what you want. But like I say, it's not coming the way you were expecting because it comes after the Tower. So if any of you have had a really difficult situation around this question recently, you know, the rebuild is here with the Star. You know, absolutely. So this is saying there's a real chance for you. There's a real chance for you, an opportunity. That it will come perhaps out of the blue. It's maybe come at the 11th hour or is coming at the 11th hour. You know, it's really perhaps not quite in the way you were expecting or at the time you were expecting, but it's come nonetheless and it feels wonderful. It feels great. It's very magical. You do need to be very open spiritually, intuitively, because like I say, this is coming from a very authentic place. A very authentic place. I mean, in this Fountain Tarot, this it's not the case, but on the original Rider-Waite card, the person is naked, which represents their authentic self. So this is really crucial, that in order to kind of win in this situation or to kind of claim this yes, you have to be authentic. Okay, the Nine of Cups though is saying that you can get what you desire from this situation. You can enjoy the fruits of your labor. You can get emotional fulfillment here. So this again is a massive yes. The Knight of Wands says, yes, this is a great opportunity for you. You are like a man or a woman on a mission. You know, this is about bold action. This is about feeling fired up. So I think regardless of whatever I'd said to you, you already feel fired up. You already feel like, you know, ready to kind of burst into action. And that's probably because you can feel very strongly this energy here of yes and of taking action and moving forwards. We've got the King of Cups at the end. I mean, this is emotional intelligence. This is having that maturity and stability. It is possible that either of these energies could be a person in your life. So this could be energy of yours, or it could be energy of somebody else's. So with this Knight of Wands, this could be someone taking bold, fiery, feisty action towards you, or it could be you who is taking the bold, fiery, feisty action. Is going to be different because obviously there's a variety of different people watching the reading. But the point here is that it's still a yes, it's still positive. The King of Cups is definitely a yes. There's emotional intelligence, there's emotional balance, there's positivity here. This is also the card of like the spiritual advisor and someone who is really stable, mature, has those king qualities. He has or she has. It doesn't have to be a person. This could be an energy within you. So the male, female, don't get hung up on that. But the point is, this can be a person in your life, or it can be part of you, an aspect of you. But the King of Cups has those king energies, and the king energies are mature, wise, stable. They've got the ability to kind of take action. But they can delegate, they can rule, they can sort things out, but in a really balanced and compassionate way. And the King of Cups is really aware of his intuition, and he takes a balanced view based on his intuition and his everything else. So it's not that he doesn't listen to his mind as well, but he has that balanced clarity. This is someone who can really advise emotionally. So this could be an aspect of you, an emotionally kind of more aware aspect of yourself. You know, that maybe you've grown in your emotional intelligence lately. And so because of that, you're able to move towards this win, this yes. But this could also be somebody else that's a factor in the situation. So maybe if someone's given you some advice, this is a kind of affirmation to listen to that advice. It's going to be different for everyone. But this is definitely a yes group. Thank you so much, number threes. Thank you for being here. Lots of love. Let's move on to group number 4. Right, number 4s. This is not so much a yes or a no as it's up to you. And I'll tell you why. It starts off with the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is really saying that there is an opportunity coming your way. You are being offered something. You are being given something. Emotionally, it's possible. It depends on you. It doesn't really matter what it is because everybody's going to be asking different questions. But the point here is that something's been offered to you, but there's some sort of inability to see it, or there's some kind of fear about taking it. You know, the universe is offering you something, and there's a sense of kind of ennui, boredom, maybe feeling a little bit discontent with the situation that you find yourself in. Sorry about the light changing here, sorry. It is interesting though how it's lit up the 4 of Cups as we're talking about it. There is some sort of, you're potentially fed up with a situation or bored about a situation. Maybe you're asking, will something change, or can something shift? You know, so there's a sense of dissatisfaction around you, around something to do with your question. The point they're trying to say is that there is already something on offer. There is already something within your reach. And I can see this here with these beautiful cards at the end. You've got the Four of Cups, the Judgment, the World, Two of Cups, and the Nine of Coins. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. You already have what you want. So it is already like it's kind of not a yes or a no, because I think it's going to depend on your situation. The point is, you want something. You want something, and that's what your kind of question is about. Something that you want, something you want to achieve, something you want to claim, something you want to have in your life. There's a question around you manifesting or getting or securing something. What they're saying is it's already available to you in some way, shape or form, but you don't see it because you're too busy looking at what you have and feeling fed up about it. The Judgment card here is like a revelation, an aha. It's where intuition and intelligence kind of collide, and you kind of have a realization and a breakthrough. Okay? So it's kind of coming to a moment of truth, seeing with clarity. So it is very much the card of the light bulb moment. That said, it's also a card of realization. There is something karmic about this card as well. So the thing is that if you have been giving out or whatever low vibe, kind of cranky energy, you will be finding that you're receiving this back. But the point is, you can wake up to this. There's something that you'd kind of, the Four of Cups for me, next to the Judgment, and then followed by these other cards, is saying really, like I said at the beginning, it's up to you what happens in this situation. There's a disconnect here. There's a disconnect. It's like there is something on offer, but you don't see it. You're fed up. You have the opportunity, though, to have the realization, to have the aha. Look, you've got the Judgment going into the World. And the Judgment card precedes the World, and the World is the final card in the Fool's Journey. What they're saying here is, if you can have this realization, if you can notice that you are perhaps ignoring an opportunity to move towards what you want, it's already on offer to you. If you can see that, you will receive the World. The World is the best card in the deck. It's having that breakthrough moment. It's going to the next level. It's having the realization. It's being able to move forwards. It's joy. It's happiness. It's finally getting it. It's feeling like you can upgrade, go to this whole new amazing place. The Two of Cups for me here, if it's an emotional, if it's a relationship, romantic situation, this can be about getting the world in this relationship situation. Two of Cups, this can be the meeting of the mind and of the soul, that kind of ecstatic relationship situation. So this is possible. If it's not a romantic question, this is about still meeting of mind, heart, soul. It's a sense of having relationships or situations where you match up perfectly and you feel that harmony. And so this is a yes. It's harmony, it's happiness, it's, you know, equality and meeting of minds, hearts and souls, and feeling fantastic. The Nine of Coins is about reaping the reward of all your hard work, you know, finally being able to kind of feel that comfort, feel that abundance, enjoy the situation. You know, you've worked hard and now you are surrounded with what you want. So it's a possible yes, but you have to see the opportunity, and it's going to require you to have a bit of a breakthrough moment, but you certainly can do that. So loads of love, number 4. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, please, if you enjoyed today's reading, please like it. And be sure to subscribe to the channel for future uploads. So great to have you here, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.